Here, when he says, "Inna hada lahu al-bala'ul mubin," that was clear. This clearly was an ultimate great test and a great blessing. Of فَدَيْنَاهُ بِذِبْحٍ عَظِيمٍ, and we substituted for him. Fidya means a substitute price. We substituted for him with a great sacrifice. Now this is also incredible words from Allah. Great sacrifice. The great sacrifice is the sacrifice of a child. And then he replaces the child with a kibsh, with a ram or a goat, you could say, but a large one, right? So some scholars look at the word azim and said, oh, it must have been a really big animal. That's not the point here. The point isn't if it was a rabbit or a goat or a cow, and we need to figure out if it was a cow or not. That's no. If Allah wanted you to know that it was a cow or it was a deer or it was a rabbit, He would tell you. He would tell you. Those details are mentioned in the Bible. Quran deliberately doesn't mention them. What did He decide to mention? He decided to mention that this sacrifice was great. It was great. But the first counterintuitive observation is the great sacrifice would have been the child, and compared to the child, a random animal is nothing. It's not so great, right? But to Allah, what makes that simple sacrifice of an animal, which was an everyday thing for them back in the day, right? That's what they did normally to eat. In fact, when the angels came to the house of Ibrahim years later and they gave him news that he's going to have yet another child, what did he do? Sacrificed an animal. It's not a big, there's not azim, it's ajal samin. It's just easy slaughter, right? What makes it great is what it represents. What it represents. From then onwards starts the legacy of sacrifice. The legacy of sacrifice attributed to Ibrahim alayhi salam. And sacrificing of the animal became the cornerstone of the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salam. And actually the reason we eat halal food in the way that we eat is actually a continuation of that incident. And every one of the sacrifices of an animal that happens in the name of Allah is actually going back and adding to the greatness of that sacrifice.